Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela and today we're going to talk about 8 things that we can do to boost your energy when you're feeling a little flat. So let's go. So, number 1, greens. We can increase our greens, and by greens I mean green vegetables. We need to have some more of them. They are packed full of phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff that give us a boost of energy and help to make us feel really good and vibrant. So how do we increase our greens? We can include a green smoothie to our daily diet. We could add some delicious vegetable juices, or we can just throw some more into our normal meals. So an extra salad, we can add some greens to our stir fries, to our soups, to get an extra hit of those delicious, energizing green foods. Number 2, juice it up. Nature's energy drink. That's what I like to call the green juice. So it is literally a hit of nutrients directly to the cells. There's not much fiber in it, if at all, and that means that it gets to go into your stomach and absorbed into our bloodstream really quickly, which gives us a nice big energy hit. So what should we include in our greens? Well, we don't want our sugar to spike too much because we don't have that fiber to kind of offset it. So we want to go with some veggies like kale, spinach, lettuce, celery, cucumber. We might add some lemon or some ginger, some delicious herbs like mint or coriander. And if you need to sweeten it a little bit, maybe some apple, some orange juice, or even a couple of carrots. But just keep the fruit juices down to a little bit of a minimum and add more of those greens. Cucumber's a delicious, sweetish kind of flavor, so make sure you add lots of cucumber. Number 3, breath. We need to get more oxygen into our body. Now, if we can do that in the fresh air outside, that is perfect. It means that we're getting some deliciously healthy, fresh air into our lungs. It also means we're going to get some sunshine as well, which is wonderful for boosting our energy. So obviously, the more oxygen that we're getting, the more energy we have. And there's different ways that we can get more breath into us. So like I said, we could go for a simple walk around the block. We could just go out to the park and breathe a little bit deeper. We can do some diaphragmatic breathing. So what do I mean by this? So we want to make sure that we're getting oxygen all the way deep into our lungs. And the way that we do that is that we make sure that our shoulders aren't rising as we take a deep breath. So if we go, that's not really getting it in very far. So we want to make sure that our belly starts to expand. So the way in which we do that is we take a deep breath, allow our lungs to fill full of oxygen and push out that belly, and the diaphragm pulls down. So and as we let out, our belly sort of comes in and we expel the oxygen that went in there. And a really good way to do this is to do it in equal breaths. So maybe we'll do 4 breaths in, 4 we hold for the count of 4, and then we breathe out for the count of 4. So that would go in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Pretty simple, but really good. And then once you get used to that, or if you are able to hold your breath for a little bit longer and to expel for a little bit longer, what we can do is we can do 4 breaths in and hold for 8 and breathe out for 8. What we're doing then is we're bringing lots of oxygen in, we're allowing lots of time for that oxygen to circulate in our body, and then we are breathing out all the toxins and all the yucks that was collected, and all that carbon dioxide to get out of our body. So we're oxygenating our body. So when is a great time to do these deep breaths? If we're feeling a little low in energy, take it at your desk at work, take it while you're waiting for the kids to pick up from school, or just while you're playing with the children. Take a couple of minutes, let them get involved in it. It's perfect. Or when you're having that 3 o'clock slump, see if you can go out for a quick walk or on your lunch break. So make sure that you're doing some more breathing. It will really help with your energy levels. Number 4, boost our nutrients, which is going to help our body to function better. It's going to make sure we have better body processes and that everything just works a little bit better. So what do we mean by boosting our nutrients? And that is basically eating more fruit and vegetables, making sure that we eat lots of those and as many whole foods as we can. So by whole foods, what do I mean? I mean foods that are more close to the original, the way that they were created. So, for example, when it comes to a potato, eating the potato, maybe it's baked, maybe it's steamed, maybe it's mashed, as opposed to deep fried chips or crisps that you might get from the supermarket. Another thing about our meals, if we can, let's not have huge, heavy, large meals, because what it does is that it makes us feel really tired. We eat a whole heap and then our body needs to start digesting it. It takes a lot of energy to do that, and the body draws in that energy to digest. And what we tend to end up doing is feeling kind of tired. So smaller, healthier meals are always better for our energy levels. So 5. Water. So water is an amazing thing. We need to make sure that we have it every single day throughout our day. And it has so many awesome functions in our body to help us with our energy levels. Remember, water helps carry those nutrients to our cells so that we have the ability to do all the functions that we need to in our body. Water also helps to balance our pH levels, and so it makes us to be more alkaline, which we need to be, as opposed to acid. When we have a more acid system, we feel more sluggish and we don't have as much energy. So how do we do this? Well, obviously we drink more water. So we need to make sure that hopefully it is filtered or it is spring water. We can also increase our water-rich foods. So those would be typically our leafy greens, say some spinach, some lettuce, some cucumber, maybe some watermelon, all of those things. And in another video, I'll be talking a little bit more about how to increase our hydration. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you subscribe so you see that video coming up soon. So 6, quality sleep. So obviously when we don't sleep well, we don't feel energized the next day. We feel tired, we feel lethargic, and that doesn't help us get through our day very energized and vital. So we need to make sure that we're getting adequate sleep. But not just that, it won't just help us feel more refreshed, but it also helps to stabilize our blood sugars. And we know that we don't want those spikes because they really do affect our energy levels. And obviously our food is going to impact that. But if we can wake up with a better, more stable blood sugar, that's obviously a good thing. Sleep also helps with those feel-good hormones. So we wake up feeling good and we have more of those feel-good hormones during the day, and that helps us to feel more energized. So what can we do about making sure we get better sleep? We can go to bed that little bit earlier. Maybe half an hour earlier. You could even do it in just 10-minute increments. Like if you normally go to bed at 11, maybe go to bed at say 10:50 for a few nights and 10:40 for a few nights until you get up to where you think would be the perfect time to go to sleep. Other things are sleep time routines or bedtime routines. So they might include something simple like having a deliciously warm shower, maybe doing some gentle stretching, some reading in bed, and maybe some meditation before you go to sleep to help you to sleep better. If you do also have that problem of those thoughts that are whirling through your mind while you're trying to sleep or trying to get to sleep, or you're waking up thinking some crazy thoughts, try and see if you can write them down before you go to bed, or maybe put a pad of paper beside your bed so you can write them down in the middle of the night if they're just playing on your mind. And that can sometimes help you to get it out, so you can think to yourself, well, I will work on that tomorrow. I don't need to worry about it right this second. Number 7 is movement. And movement is an amazing thing to help us to feel more energy during the day. Movement is awesome to get that blood flowing, to get the oxygen pumping around our body, and to get those nutrients to the cells to help us to have the nutrients and the oxygen that needs to be there to be able to produce energy. And again, it also helps to produce those feel-good hormones as well. If you can get outside to do your movement, even better. You're getting the fresh air, you're getting the sunshine, so you've got like 3 awesome things all happening at once. You're going to come back feeling energized, refreshed, and ready to go for your day. If you can, morning exercise is a great thing. It helps us because it means that we can get up and get moving, and it will help us throughout our day. It also means that often what we tend to find is that we can get a little bit tired during the day. Things can come up. We can now find that trying to find that time later in the day can be a little bit more difficult. So if exercise and movement is not something that comes natural to you, or if you're just starting, first thing in the morning is probably the best time to get your movement in. Another really good time to do some movement would be when you're having that, say, 3 o'clock drop, when most people go to get that can of soft drink or that chocolate bar. Going outside and getting a little bit of movement can really help, especially with that fresh air, the sunshine, the oxygen flowing, and it just makes you feel amazing. And sometimes it can help you to get through that energy drop. You can come back and have yourself a nice green smoothie, and hopefully you'll be ready to go all the way till evening. And number 8, to reduce or eliminate those foods and activities that are depleting our energy. Now, these things use up more energy to detoxify and remove from our bodies, or to neutralize them. So we're using up more energy by having these in our bodies than they are actually giving back to our bodies. So by these kinds of things, the kinds of things I'm talking about are cigarettes, alcohol, refined and processed foods. Those are the kinds of things that I'm talking about, the kinds of things that are not really giving back to our body. So what should we be doing instead? Pretty much everything we've talked about in this video already. We need to have more whole foods in our diet, lots of plant foods, and create new habits. And this will help us to feel more energized and less depleted in our day. So there you go, 8 things that we can do right now every day to help us to feel energetic, to feel more vibrant, and to feel incredible every single day. They're pretty simple, easy to implement into your daily life, and lots of fun as well. So I'd love to hear from you. Mention below maybe what you're struggling with the most, so that I can help you with some tips and hints, and maybe some ideas for some videos for the future as well. And I would love to help you. Now, if this video has been something that you want to see more of, and you want to see more about my channel, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it with friends. I can't wait to make more for you. See you later. Bye.